unsurpassed, telecast. It's the 10 items or less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know that we bring in a guest and we fire 10 questions at him. My guest today is truly one of the best comics on the planet Earth. He's somebody that I've looked up to for a very, very, very long time. He's one of the best joke writers breathing today. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today is Mike Vecchione.
Yay! Thanks for having me, buddy. Thank you. I was waiting for the sound effects to pop in.
Well,
we'll get it in post.
For sure, absolutely.
Thanks for having me on.
Dude, thanks for coming, dude. It's
Traffic was
it's a
nightmare out there. It was a real Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me, dude. That thing is clogged up.
Okay.
It's like clogged up like a...
Can we edit that out?
Yeah. Just immediately, just like, yeah. You ready to get into it, buddy?
5 seconds in, we need to edit.
Yeah. Oh,
yes, I'm ready. I came ready. I'm ready to go.
All right. First question. What sport have you never played, but you think you can dominate?
Cricket.
You think you can just walk into
I
cricket?
can walk into cricket. I'm a big advocate of paddling.
Yeah.
Because I was abused. And I said this combines corporal punishment, paddling,
right,
and baseball.
I mean, that's not bad.
I think I can do it, and I think I can nail it. And I don't know. I think I can. I don't know what the rules are exactly.
How many warm-up swings do you think you would need?
None. I go in cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be the guy
with a shirt that says "Born Ready"?
Yeah. I do feel like you'd be the type of guy that was like they try to put the knee pads on you, like the little things, and you go, no. I'm from America. We don't need those.
We don't need knee pads. We don't do knee pads in America.
It does feel like that's. I mean, knowing your athletic prowess, I feel like that. I totally believe that you could dominate cricket.
Well, can I tell you that I don't really have a lot of athletic ability, but I work hard.
Right.
So that's where I make up for it.
100% effort.
Yeah. Blue collar, Tom Brady, not picked till the 6th round.
Right.
Come in, assess, mental game, dominate.
I mean, they do. You can say all you want about Tom Brady, but he was still a Division I athlete.
I mean, he was unreal. In college, he was just passed over.
Right.
You know? But I love his story. And yeah, I like that. I like the work ethic. I like that he was at the bottom of the rung every time and then had to work his way up.
Right.
You know?
It is pretty. It's a can-do.
It's
spirit.
a fantastic story.
Yeah.
And people could feel any way they want about Tom Brady, but because a lot of people hate him because he was so successful, but the story just stands on its own merits. It's unreal.
Sure. Sometimes I feel like he made that whole big thing about not like drinking red dye and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks like, you know what? Like, what if he did drink red dye? Like people like he made it seem like it would deter from him being an amazing athlete.
Right.
I think it would have turned him into like a mutant super.
Maybe
athlete.
it would have morphed him into a superhuman.
I mean that's just my feeling.
Right.
Know? Like
you have a lot of confidence in red dye.
Sometimes, you know, I've met a lot of people that, you know, everybody that cuts red dye out of their system, they look very frail, they're going to blow away. And every person that I know that consumes it, like the only way they can do it is with a funnel.
It's funny you say that, and this can lead us on to an ancillary thing that may or may not get edited. But I just think that, you know, they say microwaves are bad for you. Mm-hmm. But would it be cool if it wasn't? If you just put a burrito into a microwave, set it for 3 minutes, stood in front of the microwave, and then after 3 minutes you would know Spanish?
That would be amazing.
Because the microwaves are invisible, and it's just like Spanish is going into your head.
I think we'd see a lot more Rosetta Stone microwaves.
Yeah. So
that would be amazing.
That's good.
Well, I mean, just to get a superpower, but you don't even know what superpower it is.
But it's all these things that they say are bad for you, but maybe they just don't want you to have these powers.
They're trying to keep you dumb.
Yeah.
So you can buy more things.
Yes. God, the government.
It's always big,
right?
It's always big pharma. God. Always big electric. All right, next question.
No, the moon landing was not real. I'm sorry.
I don't think.
I jumped the gun.
We're done.
Can we edit that out?
That's every episode. I'm always trying to get somebody to one thing, and this is it.
I know your opinions on the moon.
Oh, do you?
And yeah, and I was just ready to jump the gun and just go, it was fake, dude. Yeah. You don't need to convince me.
I mean,
Why was the flag blowing?
Yeah. Who was taking the footage?
Yes.
They got a cameraman out there, and they left him?
Right.
Yeah. God. Telling you.
They think we're stupid.
We're not stupid.
No.
No. We're just two straight white men talking on a podcast microphone.
Just two straight whites kicking it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we're solving the world's problems 1 second at a time. All right, next question.
Wow, this is moving fast.
I'm telling you, we're getting it.
Are we going to be able to? Well, you know the timing of it. This is your pod.
It's good, dude.
Okay.
What is one recommendation you give to people that they never follow?
A recommendation. I'm buying myself time by saying the question slowly.
Right.
That I give people.
Because when you live in a city like New York, like you do,
yeah,
everybody goes on vacation. They go on a trip. It happened to me when I lived in Nashville. It happens to me here. It happens to me everywhere that I go. Hey, give me some good places to go. And I give them all of the places. I give them things to see, things to do, places to eat. You know.
Oh, in that context, I always tell people who come to New York, go to Times Square just to see it, but then get out of there. Get out of there.
Go in there.
First
touch
of all,
the M&M store.
Yeah. You see it so that you could say that you were there, but then get out and go other places. Go to the Village, go to Soho, go to, whatever. Just get out of Times Square.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Times Square.
See a real neighborhood.
Yes. Or walk to Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
well,
50,
it was
50,
that used to be West Side Story. It used to
Right.
be Jets versus Sharks, a very rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
The Westies, which was an Irish
sure.
mob, were there, but now it's the gays took it over.
Yeah, they take
and
it right
the
over.
gays improved it.
Yeah.
They kicked the gangs out, and now they've decorated.
Yep, a lot of
and
sparkle.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So
many colors.
yeah,
Just so bright.
but if you have a bad neighborhood, bring in the gays.
That's my life motto.
And then, I think the real estate, they know that. They go, bring in the gays, and the property value will shoot up.
For sure. We need a very bland coffee with a brown type cup.
Yes.
No logo.
No.
And we need to have Bieber stop by once, and there will be a line around the block.
Yep.
Is there a mom and pop Italian bakery right there that's struggling to pay its bills and worried about increased property tax?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just line up right in front of that. Make sure that nobody can see that
Right.
sign. Get that coffee.
But you can always hear them complain about how good things used to be.
Oh, I love
and now
that.
how things are different. I love Italians.
I do too.
Don't you
I mean,
love
that's my
us?
girl. My girl's Italian. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, the amount of love I have for a rainbow cookie
Yeah.
at this point in my life. I spent my whole life in Oklahoma just like, how are we doing this? We have fry bread, we have chili dogs, we have all this stuff, and you guys didn't even think, hey, we should import a rainbow cookie? Just one.
I know.
Just one fresh cannoli will change
How about a
your life.
pizzelle?
Oh,
You know about that?
yeah.
She does. Speaking
Yeah.
her language now.
Oh my gosh. She took me to an Italian deli in Fort Myers, Florida, of all places. And she walked back and she started talking to an Anton, like an Anton or a Tony or whatever, somebody behind the counter, and she was talking to him like she had known him since 3rd grade. And then at the end, he helps her, he gets her out of line.
Yeah.
And she hands him
Gets
like
her out of the relationship.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because that was coming,
I was
right?
sitting there, it's like, as long as I get a cold cut, I mean, I think I may be all right with this, She hands him a 20, and he carries the box of cookies to the register for her. I'm standing there the whole time, just holding bread.
Like a
underneath
Mama
my-
Luke.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a chooch.
And then I ask her, I go, how long have you known that guy? And she goes, oh, no, I just met him.
Yeah.
I just met him right there. And that's the Italian.
Yeah.
That's an Italian bakery.
It's
for you.
Italian connection, and there's stuff from childhood there, stuff that you wouldn't have noticed with your
know.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
background. Let me get my rifle. Let me get
Yeah.
it from my truck.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand that, the charisma and the energy being exchanged between two Italians.
Kinetic.
Yeah, it's kinetic.
Kinetic, electric.
It was potential before you walked in there. I
Yeah.
don't want to I know there's not a lot of science people
No,
who
no,
watch this, but it's potential energy before you get in there, and then it became kinetic.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about transfer.
You're lucky you held on to her.
I
You're
know.
lucky she's here now.
I'm telling. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I had the bread, so
Oh, okay.
that got me. You can't. She got all the olive oil, but at the end of the day, if you're carrying that loaf,
I love at the end of the day.
yeah, at the end of the
Bro,
day,
where the rubber meets the road, you
Yeah.
got the bread.
dude, you're crushing these, dude.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
next
doing good?
Oh, you're doing great.
Okay.
Next question.
I also love words of affirmation.
Oh, dude, I got them all. I got them in spades, which I don't even know what that means. All right, next question. If you had to live forever on a desert island with only 3 Italians, who are you picking?
3 Italians.
Dead or alive? Any Italian through history?
Well, I would consider Columbus, even though he's not a very popular figure. But he would just get lost. So Columbus is out. We can't have Columbus. 3 Italians. Galileo.
Nice.
He's a smart guy. Machiavelli,
Okay.
because he's shrewd.
Yeah.
And 3rd Italian. My father.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Why?
1 for me
Right.
and 2 for the world, to build a civilization.
Of course.
You know.
That's not bad. Look at
No.
you being a man of the people.
Oh, you know what? Let me trade Machiavelli in.
Yeah.
Machiavelli was shrewd, and I wouldn't trust him. So, for obvious reasons. Who's the guy who? It's he was a Roman. He's a Stoic. I mean, he wrote Meditations.
Marcus Aurelius. No.
It's Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say that? Is that what I
Yes.
said? Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. Because I read that. I read that book.
Marcus Aurelius, Galileo, and my father.
Not bad. Dude, not to be true, but I would love to see the arm wrestling contest for those 4. I mean, like, I would love to see that bracket, dude. Just over the top it. You telling me? Because one of those, dude, like
Arm wrestle Galileo.
Well, I always think that those
Is that
guys.
what you're suggesting on this podcast?
All those old timey guys that are just made in statues.
Yeah.
One of them's got to be like, oh, I'm smart, but also like, look at these like they got traps, they got weird things that they're good at.
Do you ever think of taking a statue like Galileo and then putting him in the same room as a Confederate statue, and then hoping that he talks him out of it being racist?
I mean, now you
We
think
edit
about it, that would. Now that you think about it, you're like, I mean, if there was anybody that could talk him out of it, for sure. He goes, it would be funny. By the way, it may backfire. What if the worst part is? What if the Confederate guy goes, the Galileo goes, man,
You're making some.
he
great
was
points.
right.
They're making some great points.
We gotta build a wall around Italy.
I don't think 2 whites should be making those jokes.
That's very true.
We're gonna have to edit that
This
out.
is how we get in trouble. So what?
This is how we get in trouble or get a following.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
Either way, we're getting monetized.
You never know. Let's monetize it.
So what do you feel like you could get along with your dad on a desert island for
No.
ever?
How do you get along with him in society?
Yeah.
In general.
I love it. Just be like, somebody's got to cook though. And Italian dads are the best cooks.
But maybe we could have hashed it out and got to the, we ended fine. My father's passed away, but we ended great. Left everything on the table. It was wonderful. But maybe we would have got closer. I mean, we were always close, but maybe we would have seen eye to eye faster on a desert island.
Yeah.
Because there's no anything there. You have to figure out how to eat.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
A lot of linguine and clams on that island,
Oh,
right?
so many clams, dude.
So many clams.
Surrounded by clams.
Yep. But Italians are generally tough on a desert island. I don't know about Galileo or Marcus Aurelius, but Italians a lot of times are on the negative, can complain
Right.
a great deal.
Yeah.
So, Italians like that who are just like everything is terrible.
Oh, I do. Oh,
And
believe
if
me.
everything actually is terrible, then it's it's harder to work out of it.
I mean, you take an Italian to Jamaica, and they're like, "There's so much sand everywhere." We're like, "It's the beach. That's the ocean."
That's true. And no good pizza. There's no good pizza. Just complaining about everything.
All right, next question.
What number is this?
This is we got 3 left.
All right.
But you're doing great.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the bedside manner.
I'm trying, dude. Like to give you a little gas.
No, because comics are needy.
Yeah.
And we're emotionally unstable and needy, so it's like it helps to be like you're doing it good, buddy.
Yeah.
We're gonna get through this.
Well, they so many times you're like, I don't know if I'm giving them what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude,
I mean, I feel like that with crowds sometimes when it's like it's not a rough set, but you're not sure if they're enjoying it the way you want them to enjoy it. So I'll stop and go, guys, we're gonna get through this.
yeah.
And we're gonna be better people at the end of it. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like, don't worry, guys, we're almost done. That's my favorite one. If you were a NASCAR driver, what would be your sponsor?
I would have to be something like Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
Or something Italian.
I love that. I mean, having that guy, that big, huge, bulky guy with that banging white mustache on the front of the car, you're gonna do some damage.
That's another guy who's like Chef Boyardee was my grandfather.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
a thing that people could believe.
Yeah.
Chef Boyardee, not Chef Boyardee. It's a brand, obviously, but the guy.
Yeah.
The guy who was Chef Boyardee. I wonder if he made any money. The actor who played Chef Boyardee.
You would hope so.
You would hope so.
I think it'd be amazing if you could find a way to make the driver dress up like you've already got the the white suit,
right.
the flame resistant suit.
You just need that
but
chef hat.
Just make the helmet into a chef's hat.
Wow.
That would be
something.
I'm telling you, they make motorcycle helmets in all different shapes.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you make it into a chef's
They
hat?
could do it.
Yeah.
With the technology we have today.
Oh. You imagine just walking just somebody winning and then just twirling a mustache, you know? Just
But there is a lot of salt in that. It's like a processed.
yeah. Well, you're not trying to live healthy when you're eating cans of Chef Boyardee, you know. Nobody says, "Man, I gotta cut some weight," you know. No UFC guys warming up Chef Boyardee before a weigh-in. Oh my gosh, dude! You know what I like right before I play in the Pro Bowl? I love a big steaming bowl of Chef Boyardee.
You know what? There's a food truck next to my hotel that it's spaghetti. I'm dying to try it. I really am dying to try a spaghetti out of a food truck.
Yeah.
And one of the entrees is spaghetti noodles in a wok, like fried spaghetti noodles with like chicken or you have your choice of meat. And I'm dying to try it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
I'll tell you what. If I'm gonna try the breathing, you gotta try the wok
I'm
spaghetti.
going to do it right after this podcast.
Can I tell you
I
something?
skipped breakfast so I could have it.
Oh my gosh! So what you're saying is I'm keeping you from wok spaghetti right now.
That's why I keep asking how many more questions. Wok spaghetti.
Can I tell you the thing that blew me away? I was on Instagram yesterday, and there's this big trend of like chefs going to places like kind of like Greasy Spoon or drive-through restaurants, and they go, "Hey, give me the thing that your regular customer who's grumpy, give me his order." Or they go to a drive-through and they go, "Hey, make me the thing that y'all make in the back that's not on the menu." And they went to Skyline Chili, and I forget what it's called. There's a
That's
name
in Wisconsin, right?
That's in Cincinnati.
Madison.
It's like
Cincinnati.
Ohio, yeah, northern Ohio.
Cincinnati. I'm trying to think because I was there, I think.
Yeah,
I went
but
to
they have
Skyline
them in
Chili.
like Columbus. It's like a northern Ohio
Okay.
type thing. And there's a few in other places, but it's like the Cincinnati is like the big one. But they go, there's a thing where it's like a sketty dog or whatever, but they take a hot dog, and instead of putting a hot dog in the bun, they put spaghetti on it with chili and cheese on top.
Spaghetti and a hot dog bun?
Spaghetti in a hot dog with no hot, it's just meaty spaghetti in a hot dog bun with the chili and the cheese on top, and everybody in that car was blown away. Now, those people are from Ohio, so that needs to be a caveat. That needs to be an asterisk in that.
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah.
Damn it, I knew it. I knew there was some kind of. I knew you were getting something.
Gotcha. No.
Yes. But yeah, things that you don't. That doesn't sound good, but it might be great. You Just depends.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one benefit to the internet. With all the bad things, there are so many things. Every day I wake up and there's like, you should try this. And you're like, there's no way I would ever try that. And then I try it and I go, I guess this is my new favorite thing now. I guess this is the thing that I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna get a habit, and then I'm gonna have to go see somebody to get off of this.
Right.
You know, like that's the level that I'm at. I have a trying things, then it becomes really addictive, which is why I'm nervous about breathing, to be honest. I feel real. I'm like, what if I get way too into it all of a sudden? Like I become insufferable. I start wearing like leather necklaces with a little metal pieces on them. You know, my hands go like this now. You know, like I just start doing all kind of weird finger things. You know,
I added a thing to the breathing where it's like it's very tough to do, but my hips are real tight.
Mm-hmm.
So I sit on the floor. I can't do it. I need to have a back support. So against my couch, and I cross my legs. So I'm sitting with my legs crossed, and opens my hips up while I'm doing the breathing. So it's like a hip opening exercise.
Right.
You know, I like to multitask.
Yeah.
But that's hard because it's painful.
For sure.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes bettering yourself is painful.
Yeah. No pain, no gain.
That's right.
Can we edit that?
Yeah. All right, next question. What is the worst thing that your favorite roommate ever did? What is the worst thing that your favorite roommate ever did?
Favorite roommate.
Whoever that is.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I've had several roommates, but I'll say the roommate that I lived with the longest and that I love like a brother is Dan Soder.
Of course.
So that's my guy. He's my guy. I also lived with James Mattern.
Yes.
And I love him
Mad
dearly
Dog.
Also.
Yeah.
I don't know if he goes by that anymore.
Oh, we need to cut that. We need to edit
Can
that
we
out.
edit that out? But so I love both of them. But I lived with Dan I lived with Dan in Queens for 10 years.
Right.
So what did he do that I didn't like? It was when we first started living together. He was still drinking and smoking. He does not drink anymore, and he does not smoke anymore.
Right.
But when we first moved in together, he would be smoking, but he would like do it out the window. And he would be like, "This is good, right?" Because he'd feel like going outside.
He can't smell this. The
He
window's
can't
open.
smell this, but he would be hammered and like smoking out the window. Or, once in a while he'd be in the bathroom smoking a cigarette. So, yeah, I didn't love that. So, but that did not last very long.
Did he have like a cover for it where he's like, "Hey, dude, you can't," because you're very like good about like, "Hey, just you can't do that."
Yeah, but I didn't have to even say that. He was immediately apologetic. He knew it was wrong. He knew it was, even when he was drunk, he knew it was wrong, and he was immediately apologetic. As he was doing it, he's like, "I'm sorry."
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like he was just addicted to the cigarettes.
So he just came out and he's like,
I'm sorry. He knew it was wrong. And he was like immediately apologetic, and that's why I love him so much. One of the reasons. Right. He's just the best. But that was kind of like what. But I just came from a bad living situation. It wasn't because of Mattern, but I was like bed bugs and crazy and all this stuff. So
Inwood. Yeah.
So I moved to Queens and with Dan and another roommate, Handsome Pete, and that was in the context of what I just came from. That was a very minor thing.
Yeah.
Because those guys could have been like, "Why are you moving?" And I told it's because of like rodents and bed bugs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had all my stuff steamed and threw most of it away and everything before I moved. But they could have just been like, "No,
yeah,
no, we can't risk that." But they didn't.
Yeah.
So
and they go,
I appreciated that.
"Listen, man, we saved you from just a nightmare haven. You can let me smoke in the bathroom every once in a while. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to rip a butt, dude."
Yeah. Yeah, no, so that was it. But that's
It also is probably pretty amazing whenever he.
It was actually very funny.
Yeah, I mean, when a guy comes out and apologizes to you being Andre the Giant, that's probably just or just doing Randy Savage
with all of Dan's talents. Yeah, he made it entertaining.
Oh,
to say the least.
I'm gonna tell you something. Entertaining roommates are the absolute best.
Yeah,
even in a nightmare situation.
Yeah,
you're just like, I had a friend of mine that moved in with me in New York, and it was like for whatever reason we had to we were sleeping in the same bedroom until he could find a place. And it was just like the amount of times there was like tension in the room, and just his ability to just crack it like just like being in like you're like, I'm an adult, I shouldn't be in the situation,
right?
And both when having two people feel that, and then just to be able to crack that immediately, you're like, God, it's just like the best feeling in the world,
Yeah, I mean, Dan slept in a closet for 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was like, but I don't know, like, it wasn't that long ago, but you could say it was a different time because it was like we all just were like,
Yeah.
And even like we were living together longer than we actually needed to. But I mean, because we both had the money to move out, especially him. He was doing very well. He was on a show.
Yeah.
He was on a Showtime. He was on Billions.
Yeah.
And doing all kinds of stuff. So it's like, but we just, none of us had, we had girlfriends throughout, but we never had like a girl, like a wife or anything like that. So it was just like, until something changes, why mess with a good situation? It was fun. It was great, you know what I mean? And go on the road, come back, you go on the road, like watch football, order pizza. We'd have girlfriends, they'd come over, they'd cook something, like whatever. And we just had a good time. You know what I mean? So
well, I'm sure it's probably pretty awesome too to be like when you're in New York and stuff like that, like to be around somebody that's also doing like comedy at a high level.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure he walked out and the way you write and you being up early, I mean, I'm sure you're up at 4 a.m. writing bits and stuff like that. I feel like it's funny, they always talk about that thing that Chappelle said where he goes, I write punchlines, then I throw them in a bowl. And then you hear that and you go, yeah, you may believe that, you may not.
Right.
But you're like, somebody like you're like, oh, I absolutely believe that. I feel like there's two people on this planet that write jokes and are so good at it that they're bored you're like, it's you and Attell. Literally the only two people where it's just like, yeah, it's so I can take any premise, any punchline, and I'll make it work in 7 words.
It's funny. I used to have a whiteboard in my room, and I would write the stuff I was working on the whiteboard. And I had a girlfriend one time come over, and she's like, "What is that? What does that mean?" I go, "Well, that," and I would tell her that's a joke. I would tell her the joke on it. I'd tell her the joke on that. I go, I don't have a joke on that yet. That's just something. That's a word that might be a tag, and and it's like, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I go, "No, I need to write it all out so I can." I used to, I don't have that process now, but it's a different process. But because I have the notes on my phone that I look at. But back then, as before the phones, it's like you wake up and you have a cup of coffee and just look at it. Even if you don't feel like writing, it's like a lot of people are like, I don't feel like writing today. It's like, yeah, we all have days like that. You did 3 shows the night before or something. You're just exhausted. You're tired. You're tired of listening to yourself. But it's like that's a way to check in.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Let me just check in on the jokes and see, you're drinking coffee too, so you start feeling, you know what I mean? And then you're looking at it, you're like, And
that's why it's great that you're built too, because a woman that doesn't understand that, you got to have a good body to be like, oh, look at him though. Look at him. He's doing that, but it's shirtless. Look at that physique back there. That guy can clog up a whole airplane aisle, Dude, Mike, this has been so great. We're to the very last thing, the big one. What hill would you die on?
Walk spaghetti on the way.
Yeah. What hill would you die on?
Well, I guess my thing would be, let me think something sports related, where it's like, I used to wrestle, and people sometimes they find out that you used to wrestle, and they'll talk to you, and it's like, yeah, I don't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
So,
done.
It's like, I mean, I'll still work out and do all that stuff, but like, I'm not in that kind of shape now. You know what I mean? I still roll around a little bit, but like it's, I don't think people, this is what it is. It's like, maybe this is what I'm trying to get at. Like the years go on and people just have it frozen in their memories of what something was before. But the fact of the matter is things are always changing.
Yeah.
I'm a huge boxing fan. Mayweather-Pacquiao is the biggest fight maybe of this, at least the last, 30 years.
Right.
And the fight happened too late.
Yes.
The fight happened too late. It wasn't a good fight. And maybe it wouldn't have been a good fight earlier, but it might have been a better fight if they would have fought. But because boxing is so corrupt that it didn't happen for whatever I know the reasons, but it didn't happen till 5 to 6 years after it should have happened.
Right.
By that time, they were both kind of ready to retire.
Yeah.
So
they were looking for that big payday out there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but the thing was, everybody paid a lot for that fight because in their minds, they were still in their prime.
Right.
But by the time they fought, they were not in their prime anymore. So therefore, the fight was a kind of a bust.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like in their minds, it's like these two great champions are going to fight each other. But they're not the great champions that they were thinking of because they were over the hill by the time they fought.
Right.
Now they're planning on fighting again. So it's like, and people are like, I can't believe it's a thing that people are actually talking about.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because in their minds, it's like, well, Mayweather-Pacquiao, it's like they're old men now fighting.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like it's like Tyson fighting Jake Paul.
Yes.
Was a big one where it's like, it's Tyson, dude. It's like, it's your vision of what Mike Tyson was fighting a young, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like in your mind, you can argue your way into it being competitive.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I love Tyson, but it was more sad.
Right.
Than anything.
So do you I mean, I'm not, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that he wasn't pulling his punches, that he was like fighting and it was just old age that kept him from?
I think it was real for 2 rounds. And then Jake Paul, because you could see what Mike was going through in the corner, and then Jake Paul saw what was happening. And it wasn't planned. I don't think it was scripted or anything like that. But once Jake Paul got into the 3rd round and realized that it was he wasn't going to...
That he was having trouble.
That Tyson was having trouble, and Tyson was in no danger of knocking him out, Jake Paul. Then Jake Paul kind of pulled his punches.
Okay.
I thought, and just eased up because it's like, you're going to look like... You already kind of look bad fighting a legend, a guy who's 58 years old or whatever he was. So that already kind of looks bad on your part.
This is a crazy take because I've never heard, everybody that I've ever seen is always still has that image of Tyson being, and they're like, look at him, he's pulling his punches, he's biting his gloves, he's like...
Well, no, Tyson wasn't pulling. Jake Paul realized that Tyson is in no shape to be fighting.
Right.
And instead of knocking him out, which would have made him a villain and very unlikable, he just pulled his punches and won a decision.
Right. Yeah. That's why this is so crazy, because everything that I've seen is always like Tyson was the one, they paid him so that Jake Paul, or so that he would lose to him and like it could help elevate him by beating Tyson. Because the thing was... I mean,
that's insane.
I mean...
People are not living in reality. They're not living in any kind of reality.
For sure. But I the only thing that... Do you remember that clip of him when he was training?
Yeah.
And he was hitting those bags, and like the velocity that he was hitting with at his age was just like, oh my, like it just... You're astounded. And this was after the incident on the plane that he was doing that stuff. So I think in people's minds, they saw that, and they saw what the fight ended up looking like. And you were like, oh, well, because again, it's like there's no way Tyson could still... I think you could put Tyson out there at 70 and people be like... You could put Tyson out there with a bear, and
But we have But the reason we have that, because in our memory, there's clip of Tyson just annihilating people.
Right.
But my point is, that was 40 years ago. or 35 years ago. That's not now. But people, because it's frozen in our minds that we have these images of him just destroying people.
Yeah.
And we're rooting for him, and he's a legend, and all this stuff. But that's not now. It's not what's happening now, and people have that in their minds. So it's very weird to me that that's frozen in their minds, and they take that as reality. That's not reality.
So people should focus more on reality.
No, I'm not saying people should or shouldn't do anything. I'm just saying it's very weird how your mind works and how we're not taking into consideration that things are always changing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? He was that in his prime in his life, but not at 50. Nor should he be expected to be.
Right.
But not at 58. But it's insane that he made $30 million from that fight.
Right.
So and good for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was able to take that because people have in their minds that he's the most dangerous man on the planet 35 years ago.
Right.
They think that applies to today.
I mean, you want to know why people can't see reality?
Why?
Because they're not breathing. Learn to breathe.
Learn
see
to
reality.
breathe. Do a breathing practice and see reality.
Mike, dude, it was such an honor to have you here, dude.
Thank you, man.
You were
Thanks
so
for
amazing. Where can people find you?
At Comic Mike V on all social media platforms.
Yeah.
Please give me a follow at Comic Mike V. I have 2 specials on YouTube, the Nateland homepage, The Attractives, Low Income White, and so please watch the specials and follow me on Instagram at Comic Mike V.
And Mike's always touring, so definitely find his stuff.
Yeah.
Support him. He is absolutely one of the greatest comics breathing today. Guys, thank you guys so much. Breathing today.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, hopefully.
And tomorrow.
You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. I can't wait to see you guys next week.